It's Erica from the south side of the Chi, and I just completed the 2020 census. If you're not counted in, you'll be counted out. And I don't know about you, baby, but I want to be in, not out. What are you waiting for? Take the census. Go to 2020census.gov. Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome to Nightcap with Erica, the number one talk show taped on the south side of Chicago, hosted by a big girl with pink hair. It's been noted. I am the number one. I'm the only one, I guess. But anyway, welcome. It's Friday night. I know you've had a long week, but we're about to have a good time. You know, my show is all about having fun. We talk about some serious issues and some real stuff like we will tonight. But for the most part, I just want y'all to feel good and have a good time. And I want to send you off to bed with some laughter and some good energy. Of course, it wouldn't be a nightcap without a drink. Not a drink, a drink. And I have my favorite Creative Click cocktails. Check them out. If you've been riding with me watching this show, you know that this is a company owned by an amazing chick on the south side of Chicago. You order your drinks, you tell her what you want, and she will mix it up and deliver it to your house. So I got my delivery today. It's not too late. You can call her tomorrow and get you some for tomorrow night and for Sunday night show. But go to Instagram. Here's her logo, by the way. Let me show y'all. Creative Click Cocktails. She's one of the sponsors of my show. And I also got a shout out, Nick and Bella Jewelry. I forgot to pull it out, but I'll show y'all tomorrow. Nick and Bella is giving me jewelry to give away to y'all. It's a Chicago-based company, and they're the bomb as well. So we got to make sure we should support our own, okay? Anyway, tonight's show, wait, first let me say, this entire weekend is all about getting it together. Tonight is get your shit together. Saturday night is about getting your sex life together. And on Sunday, it's get your mind right, get your mind together. So I know we're going through some tough times. I don't even like to talk about it on my show, but the truth of the matter is, even if we weren't dealing with this pandemic right now, all of us have some things we're dealing with in our life where we want some help, right? So tonight, I have 5 amazing coaches and experts. They're going to have a good ass time with us, give us some skills that we can take and apply to our own life and help us all get our shit together. And I figure if you really want to get your shit together, the first thing you had to do is start off with a life coach. They can give you the overall overview of how you should be living your life to your full maximum capabilities. Let me take a sip because I'm gonna need a drink. I'm really doing this show for me because I need to get my shit together. Okay, I'm saying this for y'all, but it's for me. I don't know. I just been feeling the urge to really make sure that when I come out of this pandemic and we're back out there rocking and rolling, I want to live life to the fullest and maximize all of my potential and get shit done, right? And you do too. So without further ado, when I asked people what life coach did they want to see on my show, and mind you, people watch this from all over the world. People in Chicago especially, but not just in Chicago, said they wanted to talk to Coach Mo. So I'm like, I had to get her. Luckily, I know her and we're friends. And I should have been getting coaching from her myself a long time ago, but it's going to start tonight. Let's give it up for Coach Mo. Let me bring her on.
Hey!
You look so cute and sexy.
Hey.
Got the top bun.
Right. And I got my drink.
What are you drinking on?
I got a Kentucky Mule, child.
Oh, is that the same as like a Moscow Mule?
Well, kind of similar, but with bourbon because I don't drink vodka. Me and vodka broke up in my 20s, girl.
Yeah, vodka. Oh, that's strong. I love that. I had a Moscow Mule for the first time, like maybe 2 years ago. I had never heard of it in my life. Didn't know what it is. No, my best friend's dad, that's his go-to drink. And I'm like, okay. What is that? It's so good. So I wish I was having that with you right now.
Well, when outside open up, we'll get together and I'll make you one.
Please. Mm-hmm. Yes. So what?
I'm actually sitting in your seat. This is the red chair,
Oh,
the infamous red chair. So when you come and get your whole life together, we'll start virtually. But when you get your whole life together, you got to be sitting here.
yes. Oh, I love that. The red chair, the hot seat.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So before we start, I want to know, how did you get into life coaching? And by the way, just to keep it real, I see everybody and their mama everywhere saying, I'm a life coach. I'm a life coach. I'm a life coach. And then some of them, I look at their life and I'm like, you ain't coaching me. But not in a judgmental way. I just don't think the way they even present themselves is right. Sure. But with you, even when you go to your website, it's full of life, it's vibrant, you know what I'm saying? And the energy feels like somebody that can pull out the best in me. Okay. So I'm assuming it's naturally just in you. But how did you get started on this path with helping people?
Well, funny, my friends would probably say I've been doing this like maybe forever.
Okay.
But I wasn't, and I had no intention of being a coach. Okay. But life happened over and over and over again. And I learned how to pivot myself and reinvent myself so many times that people kept asking, well, how did you do that? And how did you do that? And so eventually I started having conversations with people that changed their life. And I said, I'm going to have to start charging for these, and it's going to be work.
Yes, because it is work, right? Getting people. Yes. And what do you find is like a common theme amongst most people that are coming to someone like you? Is there something that we all are kind of sharing and dealing with?
Mm-hmm. We don't take care of ourselves, and we put everyone else first.
Yeah.
And we put everything else first. And so this moment in life is so uncomfortable for many people because they've never had this much time to sit with self and be with self. Mm-hmm. And we're usually so distracted and so inundated with our screens that we don't have to deal.
And what do you mean by screens? What computer screens?
Computer screens, phone screens, tablet screens, a TV screen, everything is a screen. And we are all, if you don't have it with you, you start to your Apple Watch screen, like everything is something that's always pulling at our attention, and you can't hear what's going on in here or in your heart if you so plugged into everything else.
So what are the first steps to like plugging out of everything else and getting off the screens and really getting into yourself? It seems like right now might be the right time to do it because many of us are quarantining alone. Mm-hmm. So what do I do? Okay, fine. I'm home alone now. I'm up in here by myself. Now what?
Right. So you know how people that watch Iyanla be screaming. And for the record, I ain't that kind of life coach.
Oh, okay.
I ain't gonna say beloved and I ain't gonna scream. But one of the things that comes out in that, in that process of fix your life, she says you have to do your work, right? And so people go, but I don't know what that means. Sure, yeah. I'll do my work, but I don't know what that means. And the first part of that, Erica, really is a decision to do something to create change. Because the minute you deter from the commitment and the decision you make, nothing is going to keep changing. You can't say, well, I ate really good on Monday and Tuesday. I know I'm losing weight on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
That's me. You talking to me. You saying it on purpose. You know that I'd be like, okay, well, I was good Monday, Tuesday. I'm going to get this Harold's on Wednesday. And then I'm gonna lose weight by Friday, or I get on the scale and I'm like, damn, why I ain't gained weight?
What happened?
Yeah, it's like,
but I've seen you when you are kicking ass with your trainer, and I have seen what you do when you make a decision and that commitment, and you put your mind to it. And so it is the exact same process. Only you know how you physically feel the discomfort of the burpees or the actual exercise, and then you go, ooh, my arms. Well, when it comes to your emotions and dealing with your insides, it turns out more like, ooh, them tears. Ooh, I got an attitude. Ooh, I got to confront that. But we can't be afraid of that, because we know that if you go through the pain part of working out, eventually, right?
Yes.
And so you got to do that same thing in order to change your mind, to change your mindset, to change your life. But I brought one of my tips. Go ahead, ask your question.
Well, I was gonna say, I think for some people, they may already know, at least surface level, what some of the problems are, and they know I need to come and see a Coach Mo. But for others, it seemed like just the coming to the realization that there are some blockages, there are some things, roadblocks that maybe even you are the one putting them there.
Yeah.
Coming to the realization that it's you, and that you got to work through this and go see somebody that can help you. That coming to that realization is partly like the biggest part of the problem for a lot of people. So what do you say to people that are apprehensive about getting coaching, let alone some type of therapy or anything like that? They're just like, I don't even want to take that step.
Sure. I'm so glad you said that, because I'm actually having an event next week that kind of lines up right with that. Have you ever done a burning bowl before?
I've heard about it, but no, I haven't.
Okay, so let me just give you a quick skinny on what it is. So a burning bowl is a process of release. So first we have to acknowledge that there's some stuff in there that we need to release and get rid of that's no longer serving us. And so that's part one of the process. And so we burn those things. But then I teach you in this class, in this workshop that I'm going to do virtually 12 to 2 next Wednesday. And there'll probably be another version for the weekend. But I teach you then how to change your mindset to manifest the things that you want to create. So here's my analogy. If I gave you $100,000 and told you that you could go shopping and you could buy whatever it was that you wanted to buy, and you went out and you got all this stuff and you brought it in the house, but you hadn't cleaned your closet out first, where you going to put that shit, right? So first of all, how do you manifest the windfall to be able to go and do it? But then after you do that, and if you had it already, are you ready for it? Are you going to keep it? Are you going to keep up with it? Do you have a nice place to put your new things? So we have to clean out our old space so that we can create a place for the new things that we want in our lives. So that is how you start. And if you do that with me for $15 in 2 hours, if you do that, then you'll know the answer to, do I need some more of that? And the answer will be yes.
Absolutely, we need some more. So I know you do a thing called Rise and Grind. Is that
Rise and Shine?
Rise and Shine. Sorry, is that every morning?
Well, girl, I'm gonna just be like, we here to be honest tonight, right? Okay, so I've been doing this thing for 6 years. It started off as a phone call, 7:15, and it was a conference line. Well, it has evolved, and now I do it Facebook Live. I used to do it 5 days a week. The last 2 years, I've been doing it Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But girl, since this thing been going on, I don't know the damn difference between Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So I'm on a little break right now because I don't know the day from the night. So I might end up rising and shining at night with you.
You better do. Oh, because listen, there are some of us where it is the nighttime.
Yeah.
Really, really can get things going. I know I'm a night owl.
Me too. Yeah. And so, I mean, when you said to meet you at 10 o'clock, I was like, 10 o'clock? Well, shit, it don't make no difference these days. No way.
Right.
And so there might be some PM versions, but mine will be during the week. I ain't going to compete with your show.
Oh, please. No, listen. It's gonna be enough room for all of us.
I know that's right.
You know, I only do my show on the weekend. And then once we get back to normal life, I'll probably do it maybe once or twice a night during the week. I don't know. But now, you know, like you said, it don't matter right now because most people are not getting up to go to work the way they would have before. So I say, hey, let me give them something entertaining to do late at night.
Yeah, I like it.
Well, we definitely need some healing late at night too. So, you know, I rise and shine, and I don't know what we call your late night version of it.
I don't know. We need to think about that. Yeah, but Rise and Shine will return, and it's a 15-minute motivational chat in the mornings. It's
Okay.
going always when life goes back to normal, it'll be at 7:15. But follow me, Coach Mo knows, for all of those details. But I wanted to make sure before I got to go and run off to the next expert, because I'm gonna get my pen and paper and take some notes the rest of the night.
But keep talking because they're not here just yet. And
Okay,
I want to share. Let me put this ticker down here because I
Okay.
want to share your information. So you could you do your thing.
Okay, so one of the things that I've been doing during quarantine time is I got a bunch of time, right? I got time. I got stuff that I'm doing, you know, my sessions, my work, my build my new empire, all of that we supposed to be doing. But I have a lot of time where I'm like, well, I got an hour. What do I want to do? And I don't know. And maybe you don't know what you want to do either. So this is what I did. I made a little box, or got a little box. And I made note cards for a ton of different things that I just go in and I just pull one and then I just do that. Because sometimes it's not that you don't want to do something constructive. You just may not know exactly what you want to do. But if you were already given a choice, you just do it. Yoga, right? So I'm going to just read you some of mine so you could get some ideas. Some of them are fun. Some of them are serious. But that's me. And if curse words ain't okay, then we probably ain't a good fit. I'm just being honest. Okay, so we got yoga, journal 3 pages. What else we got in here? Take a bath, right? That could be any time of day. You just run you some water and take a bath. Call a client just to talk. Breathing exercises. Tell someone you love them. Sound therapy. Read a book. What else we got? Oh, roll up and smoke. Affirmations. You get the picture, right? And so you can choose.
You say roll up and smoke. Yeah. Okay. Wait a minute now. Yes.
Right? That's an activity. Reliever, right? Huh?
That is a good stress reliever, right? I don't know, but I know, I mean, a lot of people do. And I've been like, man, I need to look into this.
Girl, you'd be a ball. You'd be a ball.
Oh my God. I think I just fall asleep because I mean, you know,
you just gotta know what you gotta know what you're smoking.
Yeah, it's too many names. I can't keep up with it. But anyway, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Keep going.
No. So you take one of these. We can always detour to talk about smoking for the record.
Yeah.
So because I have this other thing, let me tell you about that real quick. Black and Blonde, where we do 420 private events. And we kicked off for New Year's. We couldn't do our 420 on 420 because life was shut down. But do you know Simone Green, right?
I don't know. I probably do. Sometimes I have to see her face. I'm like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, dark skin, short hair. Well, she's the Black and Blonde. And we do these awesome events and super private, super sexy. So the next one, you just have to come make an appearance.
Oh, yes, I definitely will come. I definitely will come.
Okay, so back to this. So you just pick something that you can utilize in your time to just keep yourself constructive, a good activity, okay? Now, as far as the big parts of life transition, Erica, I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of people are just scared. They don't know if my life were to change, does it mean I might need to get rid of these people that I love? Maybe they won't be in my life anymore. Maybe I won't be able to have my vice the way that I used to. Maybe I won't be able to, whatever it is that you are so desperately holding on to. But the truth is, unfortunately, sometimes we are busy married to and holding on to our pain. And my goal is to be able to help as many people as possible let go of their old pain so that they can create and manifest the things that they dream of and that they want to have in life. And you can have those things, but you got to dream again. And you got to remember your dreams. And most importantly, you got to think about what you do want instead of thinking about what you don't want. So, Erica, for you, my homework, my first assignment for you, because yes, you get homework. My first assignment for you is to reframe some of your thoughts, especially paying attention to your words. When you are talking about what you want, talk about it as if it has already happened successfully.
Successfully. Okay.
So instead of, I hope I can be able to do this, or I hope I can, or I'm not sure about, or I don't know what it's going to be like when we go back, right? Instead of thinking that way, which causes fear, doubt, and uncertainty, instead, just know when you go back, the projects that you work on are going to be safe. Yes. They're going to be necessary. Yes. And you are going to be an integral part of why they are successful.
Yes.
That's it.
One thing I'm nervous about is the going back and it being safe, but I need to claim it and act accordingly. But listen, before you go,
yes, ma'am.
Tell us. Wait, first I want to make sure that anybody ask any questions of you. Okay, so I want to ask you, can you just quickly give a parting message to everybody right now that may be feeling like they need to get their shit together, but they just don't know how, or don't know where to start, what to do, and are even putting that pressure on themselves like, God damn, I got to get my shit together, especially during this time. What do you say to that?
Okay, well, first I'm going to say, let's take the pressure off, because this time is already stressful enough for all of us anyway, with so many things that we can't normally do. So first, let me tell you, wherever you are is okay. Okay, because we got time while we still got time off. And then you got the rest of your life to get this all figured out. And so don't feel like you have to have it all figured out and worked out today. That's the first thing. After that, I want you to start to really think about what you want to happen. And then even if you're not taking action yet, start to visualize and see the thing how you want it to be. Your mind can create, and from what your mind can create, the universe will bring the pieces and the parts to you. And so take some of the stress and pressure off of yourself. You don't have to figure out how you make it happen, but you do absolutely have to know what you want to happen. And so be specific in your visions, and in the time that you spend visualizing and creating it, just try to feel good. No matter what you feel good about, just try to feel good, and make sure that you don't allow any negative energy to stay close to you. Deflect it, get away from it, do whatever you can to keep your peace. Because at this time, when there's so many scary things going on the outside, if you can't do nothing else but keep your peace, keep your peace.
Wow. I received that. I feel your energy, coming through the screen. I feel it. Or either that, or maybe it's the drink.
Yeah, it might be a cocktail. Might be a little bit of both. It could be a little bit of both.
But no, I feel you. And I think that power of being clear with it, what it is, what you want, and being intentful when you ask for it, and act as if it's already been received. Yes. And feel like it feels.
Yes.
It's been received. That's what I'm getting from you.
Yes. Now I'm going to give you, before I go, I'm going to give you one quick proving factor that I can prove to you that you can feel better without anything changing.
Okay.
Okay. And so I'm going to make this specific to you and your listeners, your watchers, your viewers, they'll understand. So you told me that you're currently on hold, which means that you are being highly sought after for a couple of roles, right?
Yes.
That is a reality, whether you're shooting now or not, correct?
Yes, it is a reality.
And so when you got that call that told you that you were on hold, how did you feel?
I felt amazing. And I was like, yes.
Yes.
And I was thinking about that money I'm going to make.
Yes.
Just very thankful for the opportunity.
Yes. And so you feel all of that before you ever do the damn thing, which is exactly why I can prove to you that you can feel just fine about whatever you want to right now, even though it isn't happening right yet.
Wow. Feel good about it right now.
Like it already
happening right yet, but feel it.
Yes.
Like it is.
Now.
Right. Feel it now. Do y'all feel it now? Did y'all hear Coach Mo? Feel it now. And I got to have you back, because sometimes with people, it's the fear of even dreaming the dream. Yeah. They don't even give themselves the permission to think the thought that it can happen. Mm-hmm. And I've been working on that, where I'm like, you know what? I'm going to start feeling and believing it, the big dreams, not just the smaller things. Any dream is fine, but I'm like, I got to start seeing the bigger picture and letting that picture like take on all the big things that I want and stop thinking small about everything.
Because girl, you got a global personality, honey. And you could be anywhere doing anything. And let me just say, it don't matter what size your clothes are or what color your hair is. You are magnificent. And don't you ever forget it. And don't let this time of don't know when you're going to go back to work make you afraid to do your work. Because your work has purpose. And more than anybody else being chosen, whoever has picked you, Erica picked you.
Yeah.
And so don't double think and overthink and second guess anything. When it's time to go back, you be smart, you be safe.
Yes.
But you take your ass back to work.
Yes. Oh my God. Thank you, girl. You about to cry. Woo, because you know what? We all forget how special we are. Everybody is special and loved. Even if you ain't loved by the person that you want to be giving you the love, there is love there. If anything, love for self. And that daring to dream and to even start it in your mind is such a scary thing that people can't even get over that hump. But once I'm in the mode now where I'm thinking it, I need to start feeling it more.
Yes.
And that's what I think would be something you could work with me on, especially is okay now. So you got the big dreams, because even let me show you.
What you got?
Girl, I done worked on my love.
Oh, snap.
But this, I'm making a vision board for every different thing. This is my love vision board.
Okay.
I'm doing one for career, for whatever. And look, I'm put I put loving couples on there.
I love it. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I know you have people that
my other experts are waiting.
Yes, I know you do. But here's what I want to do for your friends, fans, and your people. I'm gonna give you 5 spots plus you for the class next week. Okay.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna give you 5 spots because it's called It Takes More Than a Vision Board to Manifest for a reason. Okay. So we're gonna do the burn. We're going to do the burn and the manifesting next week, Wednesday. I'm going to send you all the details. You pick 5 winners, however you pick them, and I'm invite them to the class.
And it's next Wednesday?
Next Wednesday, 12 to 2.
Okay. So I'm going to give people an opportunity to shoot me an email.
Okay.
Actually, this is what I'm going to do.
Come on.
See this pic? Me and Monique gonna pose for a quick little picture.
Okay.
Shot it. Me and her together. Put it up on Facebook or Instagram. Hashtag Coach Mo and hashtag Nightcap with Erica. Okay. Take a picture of it. You ready, Monique? We gonna post.
Okay.
Yes.
I love it.
So screenshot this picture. You had a screenshot a picture of us, put it online, put it either on Facebook or Instagram, and make sure you hashtag Coach Mo and hashtag Nightcap with Erica.
Boom.
And then by Monday, let me look at the date. I want to be y'all, because today is May 1st. So May 2nd.
Yeah, so it's Wednesday. It's Wednesday.
Monday, May 4th. You have to have your picture of us up somewhere by Monday, May 4th. And I will pick, you said 5 plus me or 5 people, 5 people plus me to go to the virtual event. And let me put the event up so they can see.
Yes.
It takes more than a vision board to manifest with Coach Mo, a virtual workshop to learn how to use forgiveness, visualization, affirmations, the law of attraction, and more to manifest in 2020. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
And
y'all, that costs $15. So what's 15 times 6? She's about to give all that up.
All that up.
For that we can manifest and know that it's more than a vision board.
Yes, and get your shit together.
Get your shit together. Coach Mo, I love you. Let me just check. I'm gonna see if anybody people are saying pick me.
Well, you know what to do.
You know what you gotta do. Y'all gotta do that for me.
I know what to do.
Yes. Oh,
well, I'm gonna get my notebook and I'm gonna take notes from the rest of the experts.
Yes, because I got some good experts today. I'm so excited about this. And there was a comment on here to you. Oh, this is why I call him my baby daddy. We share the same lifestyle. Look at Joe. That's right. Oh, my friend D'Angelo is watching. What did he say? Hallelujah, hands. He was something you said he was excited about.
I don't know. It might be my actual hands.
How you getting your hands done? What you been doing?
No. That's just me. That's
you? Okay.
That's just me.
Somebody
that's my girl. She's one of my red chair clients.
Yeah, that's my brother right there. I think he says,
"Great hey, Eric.
Have a one-on-one with you." Yes. Hey, Eric.
Well, I absolutely do one-on-ones, and they're all virtual right now till life opens back up. But contact me in any of the social media platforms, or go to my website and send an inquiry at MoniqueSpence.com. I am absolutely taking new clients.
Yes. Coach Mo, I adore you. Thank you for being who you are, for shining your light and helping everybody feel good about themselves and living their lives to their maximum potential. We need more Coach Mo's in our life, but no, we need you. You the one.
Got you.
Yes. So thank you. And you got to come back again soon. Maybe even next week. I'll talk to you, see what your schedule is like.
Okay.
But thank you again for the virtual passes. And me and 5 of my best friends, we're going to be there.
I can't wait. It's going to be a good time. I'm going to deliver for you. Well, let's have a clink, clink.
Yes. Let me toast to you. Yes.
Cheers.
Woo! Cheers to you and good life and mental health for everybody. And we're going to make it through this thing we're going through. And
we are. Thank you, girl.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Okay. Woo! How y'all feel? She got y'all charged and fired up? Yes, man. Listen, the truth of the matter is, I've been watching that documentary with Michael Jordan about the Bulls during their high time. And, the shows last week, one of them really focused on Phil Jackson, the coach. And I said, the truth of the matter is every good player needs a coach. It's about the coaching too that they receive. So I said for our lives, we need coaches, just for life in general. But you know what we also need in general is we need coaches to get these careers together. Okay. And I don't know. So many of my friends have been calling me, telling me that they're having issues right about now with making a lot of things happen in their lives. And one of the big things is some of them, by being home, got to think about the fact that they kind of hate their jobs. And some of them want career changes. And others just want a bet more money or whatever it is. So I reached out to 2 amazing women. Today, we're going to really focus on resumes in particular, but I'm going to have them back and we're going to talk about careers and the grand scheme of things. After that, we're going to also talk about finances and getting our financial health together. And then somebody's going to come on and teach us how to get these damn houses clean. Cause I know y'all houses are a mess. Some of y'all, not everybody. First, I want to bring up LaTanya Ward-Showers. She's a certified professional resume writer. And there is a difference between somebody that is certified and professional and knows what they're doing. And one of your friends is like, okay, girl, just put your objective in or whatever. As a matter of fact, it's been so long since I've done a resume. I don't even know what the hell really goes on them. anymore. I have my acting resume, but my resume for a real job, like, do they still write objectives and what's going on? Anyway, LaTanya is going to let us know. Her company is called OMG Resumes, and she teaches people she gets their resumes together and helps them land their dream jobs. So let's bring on LaTanya. You there?
Hey.
How are you, beautiful? How are you doing?
How is everyone?
Everybody's good. I know I'm good. What are you drinking?
Okay. I hate to disappoint, but I'm drinking tea.
That's okay. You meant a Long Island iced tea? A Long Island?
Sure.
Well, you know what? That's good. I guess that if you're gonna be fixing people's resumes and stuff, you probably, should probably drink more tea than wine. So happy to have you. And that's not it, y'all. I have Charlene Rhinehart. The name of her company is Career Goddess Academy. So when I saw that, I was like, wait a minute, honey. She gonna get our careers together and be a goddess in the process. I believe she's a former beauty queen. She's also a certified public accountant. She does a lot of things. Her other company is called CEO Unlimited. And she just got a really big position here in Chicago. That's an awesome thing. So I want to bring up Charlene. You there? Hey, should I call you Char? Can I call you Char for short? Can you hear me? I don't know if Charlene can hear us. Charlene. Charlene, can you hear me? Oh, there's a little bit of delay. Charlene.
Hi, everyone. How are you?
Can you hear us? Oh, it's a little bit of a delay, I think.
Oh, no. Okay.
Oh, you're there. It was a delay for a second. You okay?
Okay, perfect.
Good.
Hi, everyone. Charlene Rhinehart. I founded the Career Guidance Academy in 2015. My goal is to help women find career success and a lifestyle they love. They should not be separate. It should all be together. So once you figure out what you want, you can have both.
And that was one of my first questions I was going to ask you, ladies. Can we have both? Can you have career success and be happy? I feel like sometimes it's the job of your dreams, but you hate your damn boss and your coworkers. Or it's the job of your dreams, but it doesn't pay you what you think you should be paid. Can we have it all? Can I go to work, like my boss, love the money, and not get on my coworkers' nerves and they get on mine? Is it possible?
Absolutely. One of the big things I tell my clients is research. Get your top 10 to 15 companies, ideal companies that you think you'd like to work for, and research those companies. And you have to go beyond like the career section on those job sites. Go to the about section, read all about the company, and then go on LinkedIn and look up the company. Look to see who's working there. Try and connect with those people and ask them, what kind of success have you had with this company? Do you enjoy working here? Things like that. Don't be afraid to reach out to people. LinkedIn is a great tool to do that.
And Char, let me ask you, what do you find is like the main thing people do wrong when they know they're ready to start looking for a new job? What is and not the one thing, but just give me something that you see that we're all just not doing correctly.
I think this is something that a lot of people don't talk about, and that's how you feel internally, because that impacts the job process. So when I'm coaching clients, the first thing I ask them is, what makes you happy? And what does your dream career look like? A lot of people give me magazine type response that everybody else gives, and they haven't really taken that time to dig deep inside and think about what makes them happy. You don't have to do the same thing everybody else is doing. Your unique gifts and skills can make room for you in any industry. You don't have to work 5 days a week. You don't have to work 70 days a week. You do not have to do what everyone else is doing. So first, we have to figure out who you are, what makes you happy, because until you find that, you are going to settle for a job just like you'll probably settle in a relationship.
Ooh, no, she didn't. Yes. You are so right. Wait, Star, I forgot to ask you, what are you drinking? Are you sipping on something?
I am. I have my extra special sparkling wine.
See, right. That's why she came with the truth, like what you doing in your job and how you conduct yourself in business and trying to have a career also typically is a reflection on maybe how you're living your life in other areas. And I didn't think about that. Like, and I think there are some ways that the way I go after positions I want is probably also the way I handle myself with the men that I'm dating. I say the jobs I get pay a little more than the men I date, but I need to step that up and get some higher paying boyfriends. Anyway, now when it comes to resumes in particular, because a lot of times that's our first introduction to people is them seeing the resume. What are some do's and don'ts when you are getting that resume done, especially if you're embarking on a change in careers? LaTanya, what is some things that we should be doing and that we shouldn't do when it comes to making a new resume?
One of my biggest tips, what you should pay attention to, is that top third part of your resume, which encompasses like the job title, your professional summary, your key skills. If that is not polished, professional, and targeted towards the position you're applying for, you're pretty much going to miss out on the interview. Hiring officials and recruiters want to see it right up front, right away, or they're not going to bother digging for it. They're not going to go any further. So I always tell people that top part of your resume is prime real estate.
Wow.
A big don't for me. I tell people they think they can create one resume, a general resume, and just apply to all types of jobs. So just imagine what the recruiter and hiring official are thinking when you've applied with this general resume to a specialized job. It takes a little bit of work, but you really need to read the position description. Read it again and make sure that those keywords are in your resume. A lot of these companies use applicant tracking systems. They run it through a system before they even look at it. So if your resume is not loaded with those relevant keywords, you're not even going to make it any further. So read the position description. Read it again. Go out and look for like positions and make sure that your resume is reflective of those keywords, or you won't even make it past the applicant tracking system.
Wow. Damn that technology. It's like I love technology, but then it's also wow. It's they're watching every move. What do you say to that, Shar? When what is something that you see people doing that they just should not be doing?
I've seen all kinds of resumes, and what I really dislike is when people are generic. Make your personality come to life. Make what makes you stand out on that piece of paper. So think about it. If you are going for a position as a financial analyst, other people with your same credentials, they probably graduated from your same school, they were involved in the same activities, have the same GPA, but what makes you different is how you define what you've done. So you want to make it accomplishments based. You want to bring out how you've made an impact throughout your resume. Don't say, oh, the team did this, the team managed this project. What were the results? How did you directly make the company different because of what you've done? You want to show that if I'm on your team, your job or your company will be better off because I am an asset. This is what value I add. And you, just like LaTanya was saying, you want to sprinkle your resume with all types of keywords. But with those keywords, you also want to infuse your own personality and what you personally accomplished. Because Anybody can have the same type of background. They could have went to the same college. They could have worked at the same job, but there is nobody like you. And you want to make sure that you transform your resume from invisible to irresistible by defining what makes you stand out in that position and how you can help in a way that nobody else can.
Oh, wow. The whole transform you from being invisible to what? Say it again.
Irresistible.
Irresistible.
You want to provide base.
Yes. Oh my God. Invisible to irresistible. That's right.
Yes.
That's right up my alley. I love that. And you know what? I don't know. Do you, when dealing with African American women in particular, even though all kinds of people watching my show, but I'm a Black woman and I know that they're definitely like diversity issues. Do you find that sometimes women have a harder time about talking about what their accomplishments are, bragging on themselves and saying what it is that they do and actually selling themselves? And even to me, the idea of thinking of yourself as an attractive applicant, not about how you look necessarily, even though I do know that's a part of it, but that you are esteemed on your resume and that it makes people want to tune in. Do you find that women have issues with that? Or is it all the same, men and women, it doesn't matter? And if we do have those issues, how do we get over the fear of putting your best foot forward and not being so cookie cutter and really saying what it is about you that's attractive and brilliant?
Yes, I think women are so shy about sharing their accomplishments with the world. And the best way to start being comfortable with that is to track everything you've done. So every day, your goal should be to be a better person than you were before. So every single day, you are accomplishing something, whether it's waking up early, that's a skill. Whether it's cooking, whatever you're doing, those are skills. Write it down in a journal. Keep an accomplishments-based journal, because you'll pull from those different accomplishments when you have different jobs that you want to apply for. They'll all apply to different jobs. So now you have a base to work off of.
I never do that, y'all. I have never really, let me tell you, even like tonight, before I did the show, I actually applied for a grant to get money to make a film. And they wanted some of my accomplishments in there. And I have my bio and I have my resume. But I was like, damn, I've won awards. I've spoken at certain places. I've done things, and I can't remember. And because I do a lot. There's TV shows that I've been on where I never requested the reel. I don't have a clip of it. I don't even remember what goddamn station it was on or what I was doing. And then when it's time for me to give somebody that information, I'm missing out. LaTanya, do you have any kind of insight on, in addition to maybe doing the journal, like Char said, what else can we do to keep track of accomplishments?
And I completely agree with her. I always suggest my clients keep I call it a kudos file, and just drop that information in a file. So when it's time, you have that on hand. But in addition to that, I would say that is a perfect opportunity not to that is a perfect opportunity to use a resume writer. Most of us, men and women in general, are just not good at bragging on ourselves. And a resume writer could really help you strategize and pull out that relevant information. They know what questions to ask you that are, quantifiable, dealing with percentages, time saved, return on investment, things that most people, don't think about. They just think to put those duties or whatnot on their resume, but to really pull out those accomplishments, which is what the managers want to see. That's where I say it's really beneficial to work with a resume writer, because they know how to pull that information out of you. And chances are most people just don't brag on themselves well.
Yeah. And I think we need to step that up, especially if there's ever a time to brag on yourself. It's on your first date, or to get the first date with somebody, and to get the damn first interview with a job, right? Yes. Those are the times when we should be pulling it all out, like, yes, and I do this. But I didn't think about it. Like, you know, even on dating profiles, I've seen people, and it's so cookie cutter where they'll say, oh, I enjoy long walks on the park. I enjoy going to the beach. No, the hell you don't. You ain't took no damn long walk in the park on no damn beach. And you definitely haven't. I love hiking and all this stuff. No, you don't. It's so you just copied and paste from somebody else's dating profile. And it's the same probably with resumes. People are just copying and pasting what they're seeing elsewhere, but then you get lost in the pile and you don't stand out. So we got to play to our strengths. And I'm so glad y'all said that. Everybody listening, stop with the, yes, it's great to be humble and modest, baby. But God damn it, if you want this job, you've got to be ready to tell people what it is that you do and what separates you from everybody else. Brag on yourself, love on yourself. It's okay to say, you know what, damn it, I did this in sales or this and whatever. This is the time. Like, if you're afraid to sell me you, how can I assume that you're going to be able to get on the job and do what we expect you to do? Oh, okay. Shit, I could be a career coach. No, I
I love it.
No,
Erica,
no.
and I just, if I can add, Erica, if I can add to that as well, also tell people, say you're applying for an accounting position. Don't go online and just look at accounting, position descriptions and copy that information, because chances are the 300 plus other people likely did the same thing. So you don't want your information to look like everyone else's. If you want to stand out in a sea of resumes, you really need to focus on those accomplishments. They want to know what value you're bringing to the organization. And if you went online like hundreds of other people and just copied a position description, so what? You can do the job. So can all these other accountants. What value are you bringing here? And that's going to showcase in your accomplishments.
Well, let me say this, and then I'm gonna see if there's some questions. If any, because we only have like 2 or 3 more minutes with them before we move on to our financial advisor. So if you have a quick question, put it in the comments. And I do see a question waiting, so I'm gonna do that one. But I'm gonna tell you all something funny. Years ago, when I had first graduated from, I think I was just finishing undergrad, and I was applying to get an internship at a television program. I applied for Oprah and I applied for Rosie O'Donnell, but I was so busy copying and pasting cover letters and resumes that I saw other places that I mixed it up. Years later, Oprah did a show talking about bad job practices, and she read a cover letter on the show that said, hey, my name is so, she bleeped out the name, and she was like, I do this and this and this, and I would love a job on the Rosie O'Donnell show. That was my cover letter.
Wow.
I know that for a fact. It was everything word for word that I had put on that cover letter, and I messed up and sent Rosie's cover letter, and I sent Rosie's probably Oprah's or somebody else.
Wow.
And I saw that on TV, and once again, this was years later. I was like, Oprah just read my cover letter. And I swear, but I learned a valuable lesson. All this copying and pasting and not being intentional with what you do can lead to trouble. So
yes.
I've learned my lesson. Somebody has a question here for you all from Courtney Valentine. Let's see what she says. Question for OMG resumes, but it could be for both of you all. As a Black person, do you suggest contacting the HR diversity department for diversity recruitment? Interesting question. I'll have LaTanya go first, and then Shar.
Okay. That kind of ties into, I always tell my clients about maintaining and leveraging networks. Don't be afraid to reach out to people, because best time, you should always be maintaining those networks. So I would say even if there isn't anything available in recruitment at that time, keep in touch with that person. Don't be afraid to reach out to them and ask questions, because people are more receptive when they know you've researched the company. I want to know more about your recruitment opportunities that are available. That comes across a lot better than, hey, do you have a job available? Like, you do your homework and you come at people professionally and correct. They are more receptive to that. So yes, leverage that network and reach out to them, ask questions. A lot of times they aren't always able to find people, so they do appreciate people reaching out to them. I used to manage a program for student interns, and I always appreciated when people reached out to me, because that helped my job. Like, you reached out to me, you're looking for a job. Okay, now I have your resume, now I have your information. So yes, don't be afraid to reach out to people.
Wow. And go ahead, Shar. What do you feel about that?
Yes, that's a great question. So every time I'm updating resumes, I always tell people you need to have a LinkedIn profile too, because that's your network beyond your resume. LinkedIn is your digital resume, but it's also your digital real estate. In that real estate, you can put anything you want, and you can have a party of people that you want in your database. So that diversity recruiter, that person can be in your database. And you know what? You can establish a relationship with them by commenting on their posts, engaging with them, sharing their content, because you will show up in their profile. And anytime a job comes up, they may reach out to you before you even reach out to them, because they see how engaged you are. And then they also see you sharing your credibility. You want to share your credibility and what you stand for, so that recruiters will latch on to you on LinkedIn. So every time you have a resume, make sure you put your LinkedIn URL. Make sure you have your vanity URL from LinkedIn that has your first and last name, so that people can click on your LinkedIn profile, because that's another way for people to get to know you on a different level and see how credible you are for the position you are seeking.
Wow. That's great. I love it. I love it. It's like so empowering to talk to people that know what they're doing and specialize in a thing. A lot of times I feel like I'm Superwoman. I can do everything. But I'm like, to go from talking to Monique, the life coach, and understanding how to manifest your visions, and then coming to you all and you're saying the same thing. Like, you've got to, Shar started by saying it's about how you feel even about yourself before you step out there. And that mindset of not thinking you can do it. And then even if you know you can do it, it's not reflected on the resume. Your strengths, your abilities. It's like, we got to do better with that. And I'm so happy to hear from you all today, and for you all to give us the permission to step out there, feel good about ourselves, and not be afraid to put it out to the world how wonderful and amazing we are. Before y'all go, you got to answer this question. This is from Alicia Shelton. Hey, Lisa. This is a great question. Can you talk about the best way to account for time gaps in your resume? Oh, look. Yes. Shar, can you take that one first?
Okay, so like I mentioned previously, every day you're learning something new. Every day you're a new person. So even if you didn't learn it on a job, what did you do beyond the job? So let's say you took 2 years off to travel around the world. Instead of traveling and seeing as a frivolous activity, you say, I'm a global leader now because I traveled around the world. I've had international relationships. I am competent. I have cross-cultural competencies because I've connected with people all over the world. Now I can connect with people on your team and take it internationally because I've done that before. So use what you have at your disposal. That can be your competitive advantage. What you've done to take a gap in your career may differentiate you from the next person. So get a coach who can help you define those things in a better way and put it on your resume.
Oh my God, Shar. Woo! Woo!
Let's get those resumes.
Listen though, yes, like it's about wordplay. And Shar, what you just said, it's about seeing the positive in everything that you do and pulling from it what can work for you. So for me, seeing that during my time off, I've dated a lot of just horrible, raggedy men. I can flip that and say, I've developed the aptitude to handle difficult personalities.
There you go. Yes. There you go.
For all the bitches I done had to curse out every now and then, I could just say, have learned to articulate and enhance my communication skills.
Yes.
There you go. What do you have to say about that, LaTanya, when it comes to dealing with time gaps in your resume?
Shar hit it spot on. The only little bit I would add to that is recruiters and hiring officials really just want to know, what did you do to stay abreast in your career field during that time? And just like Shar suggested, pull from those experiences and hit on those transferable skills. For most of my clients, I like to add a career note in their resume, explaining that. But it's all really about, they want to know, not necessarily, I had a year off. What did you do during that time frame? How did you stay abreast in your career field? And from those experiences, what hit on what's transferable that you can apply towards the position that you're applying for.
Oh my gosh, yes. I think Alicia loved that answer too. She put global leader. That's right. Be a global leader. Yes. Okay, ladies, I have to let you all go, but before we get out of here, can you give me any party words, any last things that you want to say to encourage people that are, after this pandemic, about to really step out here and try to move along in their career? Let's start with you, Shar.
Yes. So if you are just absolutely stuck right now, you want to find your possibility posse, your people who are going to help you get to the next level. And part of that possibility posse includes your resume and career coach. You want somebody who believes in you more than you believe in yourself right now, because that investment will quadruple. You will probably get a $50,000 raise just from working with somebody who can help bring out the best in you. So don't go through this alone. Be with somebody who can take you to the next level and help you feel like the amazing queen that you already are. You are a career goddess. Now you have to just show it and let the world know.
Yes. I love that. The career goddess part. You had me with that. Let me say this. I love the name of both of you all's companies. And I know you both do a multitude of things, but a career goddess is yummy and exciting. And the same for OMG resume. When I saw that, I was like, this is a person that's fired up and very positive about helping people on their career journeys. So what do you have to say, LaTanya, before we leave?
I'd say, during this time, now is a perfect time to, set some weekly goals for yourself. If you, unfortunately, like some people have been laid off, I tell people, ask for outplacement services. Don't be afraid to ask for things from your employer. And then those outplacement services, ask for, financial assistance and working with a resume writer or career coach from your employer. And that resume writer, career coach can help you, transition, if you've been displaced from your job. Don't be afraid to ask for those kind of things. The worst thing they can say is no. And then back to setting weekly goals. If you're actively job searching, go out there, research those companies. I always tell my clients, get a spreadsheet, get organized, get the company name, a point of contact. When did you apply? What is the position you applied for? I know, if you've been laid off or not, you might be in a panic. Don't panic. Take it one step at a time. Take this time to get organized and set weekly goals for yourself, and take it one day at a time. You'll get there. It'll be okay.
Wow. Thank you both, ladies. I so appreciate this. And trust me, when I get ready to step out here to do some things differently, I'm going to be contacting both of you all to help me out with this. Everybody, if you are listening, it's really about putting together the resources. It's like if you are a parent or you all have had parents, they got the right dentist for us, they got the right doctor, they sent us to the right school, they got us the right counselors and the right teachers. And now as adults in our lives, we've got to put the right team around us that can help us move to the next level. You cannot do it alone. And I think for some reason, when it comes to career, that's one thing that people are very apprehensive about getting coaching and help with. We think we just put the resume together and send it out into cyberspace. But I'm telling you, just today talking to you all, you're making me think differently about the way in which we should present ourselves in resume form. So I so appreciate you. And it feels good to see two young Black women doing this kind of thing and being entrepreneurs. And you all are younger than me. And I also appreciate the millennial mindset of put your best talents forward and let the world know. I feel like people in my age group and even the older generation than me, modesty has always been the key, and dimming your light in some ways. But baby, you millennials are like, fuck y'all. God damn it, I'm the bomb. And you're gonna hire me. Or better yet, I'll start my own damn company, which is what both of you all did. So thank you so much, LaTanya from OMG Resumes and Shar from Career Goddess Academy.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. Yes, and we will talk again soon because I want to have you both back even individually to dig deeper into some of this other stuff. And my advice to everybody, you see their info scrolling down below. Please contact them, or you can reach out to me and I will put you in touch. And let's use this time now while we're down and resting and chilling to get our database together and work with Shar and LaTanya to get our resumes together. Let's do it, y'all, because it's time. Okay. I'll see y'all later. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. That was so refreshing. Lord, that's deep. Okay, now. Boom, 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 boom. It's time. It is time. Listen. You get your life together first. Boom. Then you get your resume together. Boom. And then after that, when them checks start coming in, you bitches, it's time for us to get this money right? And money is it's a good thing to have it, but to be good stewards over it and take care of it is even better. And that's what I'm working on right now. Well, first of all, I'm working on getting some, but I definitely, when I get it, want to be able to know what to do with it and the right way to manifest more. So I was excited. I believe I met this young woman in a coffee shop in Bronzeville, somewhere where we all sometimes go and drink Sip and Savor, owned by Trez Pugh. What's up, Trez? I think Trez is one of her clients too, actually. Trez, Sip and Savor is my watering hole, right? Where I go and I use it as my virtual office when things are up to normal. And I don't remember how we met or how we started talking, but she just has such a warm energy, and like she walks around like she knows what she's talking about. And so many people that work in financial industry sometimes can give you a little shadiness, and you don't know, you don't even know what you're talking about. And I don't think you even got no money. So what you gonna tell me how to do with mine? So I was very happy to meet her, and I there's something especially about a young Black woman who's a certified public accountant and a tax expert, and handling the finances of not only entrepreneurs and solopreneurs, but also individuals. I just thought it was very fascinating for someone like her to be doing what she's doing. So I want to bring up DeAnna Grant, or it might be DeAnna Grant. I've got to check with her to make sure I pronounce it correctly. But she owns Grant's Financial Services based here in Chicago, but she works nationwide, worldwide. So I brought her here today. So get them questions ready about your taxes and your money, because she's going to help us out. Are you there, my friend? Yes.
Hi, how are you? Hey. I decided to dress up. I'm like, I'm having a date night. I'm having a financial date night.
I'm
so excited. And I'm a Bronco. Erica, I'm a Bronco and a cheerleader.
You know what? But you way after me. You You're way after me, so I forget that kind of stuff. But yeah, I should have
Yeah.
known you were a Kenwood girl. It's something
Yeah,
about you.
Kenwood. Yes.
Something about the way women from Kenwood walk and talk.
Yes, Kenwood. Yeah.
Fabulous. So yeah, I love your jacket. Now, what are you sipping on? Because that's the rule. You gotta be sipping on something.
Okay. I got a little sangria.
Yes.
I had to slow down while I was in the queue.
You was about to say it's almost gone, girl. It's almost
I had
gone.
to slow down while I was in the queue. I was like, okay, I gotta slow down.
Now wait, DeAnna or DeAnna?
DeAnna. Yeah, DeAnna.
Okay. Now before we start, I want to know, how did you get your start working in the financial industry?
Okay, so I'm a tax accountant, and how did I get started? It started back in Hyde Park, back in a little grocery store called Regent's Park.
Yeah.
And I was a cashier. And so I was ringing up things as a cashier, and I just like love to count. Okay, that orange is $1. Okay, that banana is $2. And I just love to count. And I was like, I really enjoy counting money. I really like to count money. I should be an accountant. And that's how I even decided to be an accountant, because I like to count money. I get a thrill out of it. It excites me. You know, I like to manifest money. It's really fun. Yeah, it's fun.
I like to manifest money too. I want to manifest more of it.
Yes.
And I think that's one thing when I've been talking to the women before you that came on about believing things and manifesting it and speaking into existence. But part of that is to also feel like it's happening and to believe that it's happening. When it comes to money in particular, I haven't done that. And I need to. What do you think is the secret to really making sure you manifest money, and not just $1 or $2, but manifest what you know you truly deserve and want?
So I have it definitely is all about your money mindset. So you have to shift your money mindset and your relationship with money, because whatever you don't pay attention to, and pay is the key word, then just like a romantic relationship, you have to spend time, know the numbers, look at the numbers, spend time, be involved, communicate. You have to do everything that like you would do in a romantic relationship. You do the same thing with your money, and you have to spend time. A lot of people avoid it. They don't like talking about it. It makes them nervous. But my second tip is you have to have an ATM when you're trying to manifest. ATM, just like the ATM machine, which is an automatic transformative mantra, i.e. an affirmation. So you just have an affirmation and you just affirm the money into your life until you believe it, because as soon as you believe it, it will come. As soon as you release the resistance, the money will come.
Woo!
So by taking care of it, when you spend it recklessly, then it's not as happy, it's not as happy with you. So you have to like take care of it and pay attention to it, just like, like a baby in a relationship. And I guarantee you it will come. It will come.
Yes.
It will come. Yeah.
Okay. So now let me ask you, what do you think are some of the common mistakes that you see people making, especially when it comes to taxes?
Oh, okay. I'm a business tax accountant. Okay. So
and a lot of people that watch my show are entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, and or just even just trying to maintain their households, which I know is different than operating a business. Yeah. But I think that a lot of times the way people handle their personal lives is also how they handle their business lives as well. So are there some common mistakes that you see people doing?
Yes. So this is what I said, pay attention. That's the big thing. So not keeping track. So all year, in order to have a deduction with the IRS actually wants you to provide support, i.e. a receipt, whenever you have an expenditure. So when clients don't keep up with the expenditures and kind of don't know where their receipts are, and they do not have a defined financial system, then that is a mistake. Why? That mistake costs you. Because for every dollar that you did not keep, and if you're in a 20% tax bracket, that costs you 20 cents. So if you if it was $1,000 worth of receipts and you're in a 20% tax bracket, that mistake costs you $200 that you will have to pay the IRS. And you just don't want to do that. So that's one of the mistakes I see. The second mistake is when I'll say when they come to my office and they give me their spreadsheet, but their spreadsheet has all round dollar amounts. So everything is estimated. That right there is a red flag and audit alert for the IRS, because there's very few numbers where everything on your Excel spreadsheet is even. 1,000, 5,000, 6, your income's 10,000, expenses 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. We know you estimate it. And in some cases, estimation is fine, but always estimating, that's a mistake. A third mistake that I see with business owners is kind of not really understanding the importance of the accounting relationship. The relationship with your business accountant is actually very important. I have a story, and I definitely can halfway share it, but I have a $10,000 story, meaning a young lady, because she did not come see me, her business grew in the last year. So she went from like 10,000, maybe to about 60, 70,000. However, every income point, there becomes a new tax strategy. We implement new tax strategies. We do different choice of entities. And when you do not come see me, even if it's just for an hour consult, because a lot of business owners they're thinking like, I don't have enough money. So I'm like, just come get an hour. And I guarantee you those nuggets will save you. But that's what they don't know. They don't know that information, she could have saved $10,000 had she spent $197 just for a consult.
Wow.
Her tax bill was $10K. And I was like, oh, it kind of hurt my heart. However, she had an adverse, like, I don't want to pay for consulting. But when you're like in business and you're doing really good, your gift to the world is whatever it is.
Right.
So you have to let the proper people who, like, that's what I do. I work with businesses. I work with their finances. I work with their taxes all the time. That's my gift to the world. So you just have to let me, help let us tax accountants, business accountants help you with something you're not strong at, because I guarantee you the conversation will help save you some money. And I always talk about making more money, no matter what it is. I try to monetize whatever you're doing. I'm like, okay, we need 2 EINs. We need to sell some e-commerce, sell those t-shirts. Let's make some money, because I like talking about that. Like,
yes. And you know what, DeAnna? I want to start being around more people that want to manifest more money. I will say that I remember watching Will Smith one time on television, and he talks about how after he came out and made his first 1 or 2 million, he ended up losing it all because of poor management and other things. And he didn't know it was new money to him. And he said that part of it, though, his problem is that even once he made that million back plus some, he still had a poor man's mindset. I remember him talking about this. And I started thinking about it. I was like, in many ways, I have a poor woman's mindset. I operate like money is hard to get, that it's hard to come by, that I got to work hard and struggle through the strife and work through the murk and the mire just to get a dollar. And it's like, when I talk to my friends that are multimillionaires, especially the ones that are self-made and started businesses, they all say, no, money is easy. It comes easy. You gotta, it's plentiful, it's abundant, and it's coming, and it's here. And I'm
that's
like,
your ATM right there. It's plentiful, it's abundant, it's here. You just keep saying that to yourself, and you'll start believing, and you'll see how it'll just start coming easy, and then it'll be easier and easier to believe it.
Yeah.
Just call it in, but you have to, shift the narrative that you're telling yourself. That's a narrative. That's a narrative that's no longer true.
It's no longer true. I'm telling you,
it's no longer true.
Having this time to be during this pandemic and be home alone and really focus on me. Like this show that we're on right now came out of nowhere. It was a inspired thought during this pandemic.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, now it's time to find the ways to make the money doing it and letting the money come because I deserve it. And
Yeah.
I think that mindset, and I'm sure those of y'all that are watching, chime in if you agree with me or not. Sometimes it's even the thought of knowing that you deserve to make the money that you want. Just the mindset switch is hard. It's difficult to think about it because
let's go back to that man situation.
Yes.
So like when we're in bad relationships with these men, we're like, I deserve better. Same thing. Like you have to like know the trigger. Like when you're triggered, like he didn't bring me flowers or whatever the situation is, or he didn't call me tonight. Well, it's kind of that you have to realize those triggers and work, beyond them, because we deserve good relationships. We deserve healthy, loving relationships, and we deserve we deserve money and prosperity and to be able to feed our families and just have some money, and because we live with money,
Yes,
we
absolutely.
live with it. Yeah.
So now that we have you here, what do you think for a person like me that is a entrepreneur, and I am my business, and I'm actually next month, more than likely, hopefully before next month, but definitely in June, I'm going to be launching my consulting firm called The Brainstorm. And I definitely will basically be doing media relations for small business, helping people get media opportunities. I'm not a publicist, but I can help you tell your story so that you will get the publicity that you need, and connect them with media opportunities, right? But so now that I'm thinking about the business and I'm got to go and register and get the LLC and things like that, what now me in the beginning stages, what are some of the things that I need to do so that when it comes tax time, I'm ready to come and see you and get the taxes done?
Okay, so of course,
because taxes scare me. It's overwhelming. I'm scared, girl.
You don't have
I'm gonna make a mistake.
You don't have to be scared or be scared to make a mistake, right? Just keep making all the money.
Okay.
I got the strategies for you. I know how to like save the tax dollars. You do your brilliance. Keep making the money. Okay. What I would say is, yes, you're in the infancy stage of business.
Yes.
And I was going to say there's something called choice of entity. So there's LLC, C Corp, S Corp, etc. I'm so happy that you chose LLC. LLC is a disregarded entity, and it's an entity that can take on any tax formation that I would like, because the tax formation is part of, I call it a vehicle. The LLC is a vehicle that helps me, that I can then designate to, I can have it an S Corp status, C Corp status, based off of the money that you're making. So what should you do? You formed the LLC. Please get a separate bank account. Mm-hmm. And please get the EIN number. I'm pretty sure you did. LLC EIN number. Register your business with the state of Illinois. So do the business registration, not just the Secretary of State, but the business registration.
Got it.
And then you should set up the bank account. And worst case scenario, I think you should get QuickBooks Online. And if you could, even if you only did it for a month or two, like tonight, I had a financial date night. I had my little my little computer, and I sat and I looked at my bank account, because you have to you got to spend time with it. Like, what about we spend time in our romantic relationships. We'll spend time with the romantic relationship, but we don't want to spend time with the money. But then we're wondering, how come we don't know what's going on?
Oh my God.
If you don't spend time in that relationship, you don't know what's going on. Same with your money. You don't spend time with your money, you don't know what's going on. And then it just escapes you. That cash flow, you're like, I know I made even 15 grand, where did it go? So you have to track it. You have to track it. How could you do it easily? There's a really cute software called TaxBot. And I think that one's pretty simple. Okay. And then there's QuickBooks Self-Employed, and it only gives you 10 categories to choose from, but you have to have something. You cannot wait until January 15th, and then try to compile the whole year at one time.
Yes.
And then now you're frantic, and I guarantee you've made some mistakes by doing it all like in one night.
Right.
So I would say, I'm trying to do some courses on how to like do your QuickBooks.
Yeah, you should do that.
Yeah.
That starter, you know, the whole, because one of the things I know I'm definitely going to offer with my consulting firm is,
I'm excited about that, by the
thank
way.
you. I'm getting the website done and the logo. Like, it's going to be great. And then I'm also going to do a separate little business podcast that I'll tell you about, because I have people like you come on and we do a quick thing. But I know for me, keeping track of things is hard, but we do need to have systems set up. But the thing, I'm so nervous about my bank account now. Me and that bitch don't have a good relationship. She's shady. They say money talks, and she talks about me behind my back. She tells people all about my Uber receipts and all the shit I'm eating and just doing wrong. And I'm tired of my money. But you're right. I need to sit and have a face-to-face and have a better relationship.
So I'm going to give you a quick little like tip. So track, measure, decide, control, because you're the boss of your money. So first you have to track it. You track it. Then once you track it, you can make a measurement. So once I know I made 10 grand and I spent 8, and I made 10 grand, I spent 11 grand. Now I know that I have negative 1,000. So basically I'm measuring, I'm making measurement. So once I know what my measurements are, I can make decisions. Now I could decide, oh my God, I need to spend less. Oh my God, I need to make more money. So I have to track, I measure, I decide. And because now I'm able to make decisions, I'm in control to get what I want.
Yes.
Control. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. Do y'all hear this? So she just dropped a gem, y'all, just to sit down and have a financial date night, get you some wine. You know, at this point, some of y'all might have to get you some weed and maybe a little cocaine, whatever you got to do, and sit down and open that laptop. And those are my words, not DeAnna. They were like, the tax boss lady said, do a line of coke. No, but open the laptop and plug into that Chase Online or whoever you got and have a date with your account. Oh my God, DeAnna, that's you asking a lot. But I know it's so. Looking at our financial health is a hard thing. And I said, I'm giving myself May to get some stuff together. But in June, I really want to, even my personal finances, want to sit and take stock of it, look at everything, get my credit reports, do all those kind of those things. And it's you got to be ready for it. But if we don't do it, how can you get better?
Right.
I get that. Somebody has a question for you before you get out of here. Question for DeAnna. I'm a startup business owner with accounting backgrounds, mostly individual tax, trying to move to mostly business. What do you suggest example software and what to look out for? You were just talking about some things.
So this is a person, she has her own firm. And what I would say, I use Pro Series. This whole COVID situation has taught me that I need a more like remote system. I use a desktop version. So because I use QuickBooks, I use Intuit Pro Series. So I would suggest either Crosslinks. I would Google best tax softwares, and you should have the professional version of the software. And so that's what I would look out for. I would say make sure you go to tax school every year, because if you're working with businesses and it's something you've never done before, you need to also be strong in financial accounting, because you need to make sure you understand balance sheets and financial statements. And that's what I would do. So I like Pro Series. I'm pretty sure Pro Series is online, and Crosslinks is an online software that some of my associates use. So that's what I would use.
That was a great question, Courtney. Good luck to you with your business.
Yes, good luck, Courtney.
Yes. Good luck. Courtney, I mean, I know you're an accountant and everything, but you can also reach out to DeAnna and, get her to help you handle some of your things. DeAnna, before you go, what last parting words can you say for those of us that need to get our shit together, especially when it comes to taxes?
Pay attention to your finances. Pay attention to the finances, because whatever you pay attention to, it will grow. That's my parting words.
And woo,
And thank you so much for having me. I so appreciate
thank
this.
you. And I definitely want to have you come back today. I just wanted it to be a back-to-back, like just marathon of people that could help us get our shit together. You know, all these things are interconnected, and it's so interesting that all of you all work in different aspects, but you're saying many of the same things, or at least how letting us know how the same thing can apply to different entities. So somebody had put on here, Dana James, I don't know if she's still watching, but she said, Monique is my personal coach. DeAnna is my financial coach. Yeah. To see them both on the same panel confirms that I am in perfect company. Yeah. That is awesome. And I don't know. I love it. Just my own personal thing. I just love to see Black women shining and doing their thing, and to see that there's so many women like you all that have an expertise where you are changing lives. Because I know the same kind of reaction that Mo gets, or Shar or LaTanya, when they change somebody's life or change somebody's career. When you get somebody's finances in order, I could just imagine the tears and the things that have come out when people are dealing with you and talking to you. So I commend you. Finances is not something that I could ever work in, but I'm gonna listen to you and have my financial date.
Okay, have the date, Erica. Have the date.
Let's toast to have our nightcap to financial success. And everybody getting their financial shit together. And I put your info scrolling on the bottom. She is the CEO of Grant Financial. She actually has a brick and mortar office in a okay. You're not gonna go through her back door.
We do all 50 states.
Yes.
Virtually. Yes.
Oh wow, yes. And so when you do go to her offices, if you're here in Chicago, it's not like you go through her back door and go back in the kitchen and go down to the basement, and she down there with a.
I started that way, but I do have my own office.
Right. Yeah. I'm not hating. I'm just saying, you know, people I think sometimes are really shocked. It's like, no, I am a financial expert and I do this for a living, and I have an office space, and you can come on down and get your stuff done. And I think and mind you all, we all start somewhere. My business is in my house, so don't nobody write me. She was being shady. No, I don't have office space either, and I'm starting in my home business. But eventually I will grow, especially if I have somebody like DeAnna on my side helping me with my money.
Come on, Erica. Let's do it.
That's that Kenwood girl stuff, honey. Kenwood Academy.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and I'll talk to you again soon.
Okay.
I really appreciate it. Okay, bye. All right, y'all. Now you got to get your money together. Get your money together. Okay. Last but definitely not least, if anything, this is probably what I should have had on first, because I know y'all houses is toe up and nasty and junky and just everything going on because of the stress. If I do have my pockets of area in my home that are well and put together, like the one I put on camera behind me. But there's other parts, my dining room. I had watched this show, Marie Kondo, on Netflix about cleaning up, and you dump everything out and go through it and feel the emotional connection to your clothes and decide what you're going to keep, whatever. I dumped so much shit out. It's a mess in my dining room. So I was like, when it comes to getting your shit together, I want to get my finances together. I want to get my life and career together. But getting where you live, where you lay your head, where you cook your food, where you chill with your family, entertain your guests, you've got to get that together. It's a manifestation. It's an indication of how chaotic life is for me, sometimes based on what my house looks like. So I'm bringing on an expert on cleaning and organization, because the two, you can't have one without the other. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you got a clean house, part of that cleanliness is it being organized, right? And if you got shit just all over the place, like, you don't even feel good about, I don't feel good about bringing new things in my home if it looks a mess. I want it clean and nice. So Tameika from Meika's Cleaning, she's here, and she's going to talk to us about getting our shit together, getting our house together. Let's give it up for Tameika. Hi.
Hi. How are you guys doing tonight?
How you doing? A little bit.
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, do you have any other windows open? Close them on your computer. Do you have anything else open? Like your email or
Yes, I do.
Google? Close all of those out. I always forget to tell people that, and that'll help us some. If you close out all the other pages.
Give me a minute.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, let me close them out.
Yes, that always.
I'm closing them out.
I gotta remember to tell everybody that, y'all, because this software takes up so much bandwidth that it'll make things slow sometimes when we're talking to people. So we got to get that. If y'all have questions about keeping your house clean and being organized, please go ahead and put them in the comment section. Also, let me know what you're drinking, because it's a nightcap for all of us. You're supposed to be drinking.
Yeah, give me a second.
Oh yeah, no problem. Keep going. It's a nightcap for a reason, everybody. So if you're watching the show,
I got a lot too.
Oh, girl, you got a lot. Oh, I get it.
Yes.
Let me know what y'all are drinking and what you're doing, and if you have any questions for Tameika.
Is it getting better?
It is getting better. It is getting better. And I'm so sorry I didn't warn you of that earlier. I always forget to tell folks. It's like,
sorry.
No, that's okay. Are you there now?
I got a drink.
What you drinking?
Okay.
So yeah,
Too
get
much.
your is ready.
Okay.
Is that, yes, that's better.
Okay, it's me and you.
Yes.
That's okay. I'm good now.
I think so. I see you blinking.
Yes.
It might be a
delay. Are we good?
Yeah, we're good.
I'm drinking tequila. Tequila and Rose's Lime.
Oh, woo, you that's a real drink, girl.
Are we good, Eric?
I think so. You know what?
Good now?
Go out and come back.
Okay.
Go out and come right back. So I'm going to remove her and have her come right back in, and hopefully this will work. Technology, y'all, so bear with us. I know it's quite a few of y'all watching. I'm excited about this. Yeah, so if you have any questions in particular for any of the guests that I had on tonight, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. And I this is a good show. You know, I do nasty, naughty stuff, especially on Saturdays. Tomorrow, I got 6 sex experts back to back, and each one of them is having a quickie with me. It's going to be a real quick, fast-moving thing where they're all going to surprise me with a topic. I don't even know what we're talking about. So we'll probably be learning some more fellatio techniques, talking about sex toys. Some of them might talk about anal sex, painless anal. Some of them may be talking about other forms of oral communication, bondage, spanking, all kind of nasty stuff. So that's tomorrow night on my show. Tune in. Just 6 quickies with sex experts. And I think it's going to be really fun. I'm excited about it. So yeah, hopefully Tameika will be back in a minute. And then on Sunday, guys, if you plan on watching my show, it's Get Your Mind Right, Relax Your Mind, Let Your Conscience Free. And I'm interviewing a woman, Athea, who does clearings and will help you clear your space spiritually and emotionally and break ties that are emotional ties that are keeping you in bondage. Then I have a man named Schmid that has a new card company called Reset. He has a deck of cards that he's created that will help you deal with any kind of mental and emotional stress that you have. And then I have an author, Erica Kendrick, who's a Chicagoan. And Erica is going to be talking about happiness and how to get your happy back and understanding why it's important and okay to be happy. All right, let's see. We try to bring Tameika back on. You there?
Hey, yeah, I'm back. I just came back on the phone because I'm like, you know what? This computer, I don't know what it's doing. I kept watching you and I was fine. So I'm on the phone. I'm here. I got my glass.
Yes, girl. Absolutely. So tell me quickly about your company and how you got your start.
Okay. So Meika's Cleaning is making effective improvements, keeping it affordable. And we are specialized in residential as well as commercial spaces. We believe having a clean, organized home touches our clients mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, as well as health-wise. We got started basically when I was younger, about 25 years ago. I used to clean the seniors on my grandmother's block homes for tea, cookies, sandwiches, and a couple of dollars. But later on, I used to design kitchens and bathrooms, and I saw that there was a decrease in my hours. So I asked one of the contractors if they needed any help. And his reply was, no, actually, I need a wife. And so I was like, well, I can't help you with a wife, but why do you think you need a wife? He was like, well, I'm not eating well. I'm eating unhealthy. And I need some organization about my home as well as cleaning. And so he hired me for weekly. He told later on he did find a girlfriend. He told his girlfriend, she hired me. And then her mom hired me. By that time, I got business cards.
Wow. And hey, I'm glad that man realized and recognized the importance of having a good woman in your life. Not to just cook and clean, but you know, that's so cool. And now you are taking care of cleaning for residential people as well as businesses. So you everybody's wife now. You are helping folks clean, keeping houses and businesses clean. What do you find is the thing that people have the most problem with keeping clean?
Oh, wow. The most problem of keeping clean. I would say a lot of times it's the small things. So like the windows. A lot of times people don't pay attention to their windows. So that's one thing that a lot of people have a problem keeping clean is the windows.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you're right. And then even just the dust in the small little places and crevices.
Right. So like the window sills, things of that nature. That's one area. Another thing is sometimes the stove. The stoves can get a lot of hardcore things. A lot of people just keep on cooking on top of the stoves and not wiping as they cook. So that's another problem area as well.
Wow. So what do you think? Tell us, what is the mind, body, soul connection to also having a clean space versus a cluttered space? Yeah.
So I would say the connection of mentally is when you are in a place where it may not just be not cluttered, but you're not happy. You know, when you're walking into a space and it's just like, you know what? Okay, I keep looking at this stove and I know I need to clean it, but I'm not cleaning it. I'm just constantly cooking on top of it, but it's also just always reminding you. So that's where the mental state of things go into it. And if you overpour with the mental, that's when it goes into emotional, because now you're feeling bad about it. Now you're ready to react to someone else when they say something like, oh man, it's grease on the stove. Like, what do you mean it's grease? You know, so now it's a reaction of having an attitude, because now not only do you know it's not clean, but now you're held accountable because somebody else has mentioned it to you. The financial portion of it is if you're constantly neglecting cleaning things, then you're going to possibly have to replace it. So it's easier for you to keep up and maintain things versus replacing those things. So that's the financial aspect to it. The health side of it is if you're constantly cooking on a stove or cooking in an oven and you're burning that grease on it, it's impacting the food that you're actually cooking.
Wow.
So that old smell, that old smoke smell that's inside of the stove is actually going into your actual food, as well as the carbons that's burning off of it too.
Oh my God. I'm a monster in here. I need to clean my stove. I'm gonna die from eating all this old grease, girl.
You're not gonna die, but it's gonna be to a point that it's just the little things. It's just the little things. But yeah.
You know what? Now tell me if I'm crazy, Tameika. I feel like the times when I had a roommate, or I had a boyfriend I was living with, that it was easier then for me to keep my house clean than when I'm by myself. Like
accountability.
It's a disaster zone in here sometimes. And
that man, when he coming over, it just make you feel good. You just clean everything. Like,
right.
Oh, my boo coming. Oh, my boo gonna be home soon.
So I can get some of this
right. Yeah. Let me wash these dishes while I cook this dinner for him. Because I gotta keep everything nice and neat.
It's so true. Love.
And sometimes when you hear the guys like, wait a minute, she wasn't like that when we was dating. Like, oh no, you married me now, boo.
Right, you married now.
I hooked you all in.
Yes, I did all that to get you. Now
right.
I got you, and I ain't cleaning up here. You
exactly
gonna old grease with me? Yeah, I don't know, but I think. I put pressure on myself. I've just always wanted a nice house and it'd be clean. And then, it just gets to be a mess sometimes with me hearing about myself. And now that the pandemic is going on, I'm not having any company, not even my parents or brother are even coming over. Like we're all, social distancing. So I don't even have the need to really clean up for myself. I'm just like, whatever, but I've let it go and I gotta get it back, which is one reason I wanted you on here. I was like, I can't wait till this is all over, because what I'm probably gonna do is buy you as a gift for me to get things done. Somebody asked the question. They say I struggle. Let's see. I struggle with keeping papers and mail organized. Any tips?
Ooh,
Lord,
child, that's a whole nother ministry there. So when it comes to paper, you have to let paper go as it enter into your home. I don't know what type of work you do, Courtney, but you have to manage your paper. So I'll give another scenario, or if you have another question, you can kind of give me more details, Courtney, I can tell you. But like when you get the mail, as soon as you get the mail, half of it is what you need and the other half is what you don't need. The problem is if you put it all in one pile. If you put what you need and you don't need in that one pile, and then don't let it go to every day, you keep collecting those piles. So either you're going to have piles all throughout the house, or you're going to just have this one big pile. Then the one big pile comes to a point. Let me put this pile in a shoebox. Let me put this pile in a plastic bag. So now you got all these corners and crevices that you filled all these bags up with mail. You put them on your coffee table, you put them up under your table, you put them on your bed. See, I'm telling you.
Don't I have a box with mail in it?
You have a box of mail in it. I just was telling my granddaddy.
Know what this stuff is.
That's what I'm saying.
Hope it's a couple of checks in here.
Girl, don't you put them checks up in that mail. See?
That's what I be doing. I got receipts. Some of this is for taxes. I was gonna talk to DeAnna about this. Girl, I got receipts in here for me to.
That's the thing. You have to create systems. So when you get the mail, the first thing you're gonna do is get rid of the mail you don't need. Tear that mail up, put it in a shred machine, put it in a box. However, you're gonna get to a point of shredding or throwing it away. I would suggest throwing it right away. Okay. The second thing is you can go online and you can put automatic bill pay, but you can do pay online. So then once you do payments online, you can contact those actual companies and say, hey, I'm paying online. Could you please stop sending me mail? I would like to go paperless. So once you go paperless, I always suggest to my clients to create a second email just for their bill. So therefore, it's not going to get cluttered into all of the other mail. You're not going to have junk mail. You're not going to have your business emails coming in there. You're not going to have your personal emails. Utilize that email address just for your bills.
Oh
So
my
therefore,
God.
you're able to look at that email and then create calendars as reminders until you get consistent on, okay, I know I got to pay this. The mortgage has to be paid by the 14th. I know the water bill has to be paid, every couple of months. I know this gas bill has to be paid on this month. So once you create those systems, it'll remind you that you need to pay those bills, and you're going into that set email account. After you let them know that you're not going to be receiving any mail, that you're going to go paperless, the other thing is when it comes to magazines, are you reading the whole magazine, or can you read the magazine online? We want to support our kids. We want to buy those memberships from them when they come from school, selling it. Send it to the doctor office. That's where most people are sitting, and they're looking to read the actual magazines. So send it to your doctor as a gift. That'd be a nice gift. Send it to DeAnna.
Yeah.
DeAnna may be like, I don't want all the magazines.
Right. I'm sending all that to me. I'm already dealing with all these receipts from my clients.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And then
That's
so
a
now
great
that you
idea,
mentioned,
Tameika. That's a great idea.
and now that you reminded me about the receipts, the other suggestion I always say is keep a Ziploc bag. So when you come in and you're emptying your purse or you are emptying your pockets, have a Ziploc bag set aside for each month. If you're overwhelmed with a lot of receipts, depending on what your business is or what you're doing, then create one for each week. And then you can write down, week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, up until your 52 weeks, but you'll have a Ziploc bag for that. So then therefore it's categorized. And DeAnna, she would love that. Because now it's going to come to her where it's organized and it's set aside of that she'll have whatever she needs to pull. If you don't want to do it that way, you can do one of those folders, that file folders that expand out, and then you do the 12 months and then put the receipts inside of there as well.
Yes. Oh my goodness, Tameika. I'm doing everything you just said I'm going to do. Oh my God. Because organization is really stressful when you're not organized. And I'm not as organized as I should be. Even digitally, I'm not organized. I just started putting folders on my desktop and making sure that my pictures are in this, my resume is in that, my stuff for this show is in another one. And it was so freeing this week. I took an hour every day just to organize it. Now my laptop, I'm finished as of today organizing it.
Yay!
I'm so proud of myself. But honey, up in here, this house, girl. I mean,
so
what about
when it comes to the house?
Yeah.
So when it comes to your house, I would say start in one area. If you are great at getting things together, getting things done, and not confused of like, where do I start? Start on a small project. So then therefore you can get it done. So like usually our bathrooms are a small space. You can start in a medicine cabinet, taking things out, emptying out all the old things, things that you just don't use. As women, we're always trying to see what works with our hair. As men, they trying to see what works with their beard. So get rid of that stuff that don't work, and be honest with yourself. Of course, I paid money for it. I don't want to get rid of it, but be honest. Is it worth taking up the space? Because any of the things that you have in your place is not paying you rent. So I always tell people your things are taking up space, but it's not giving you a return on your investment. So if you're not using it, it's just taking up empty space. And then the other thing is it's collecting dust. So now it's a dust bunny, so you have to get rid of it. When it comes to the closets, you have to touch everything. The best thing to do with a closet, either you touch everything and you decide, how long has it that I've worn this? Has it been a year? If it's those things that I'm going to get back into this, I'm on a diet, I'm going to lose some weight. It shouldn't be the whole wardrobe though, Erica. You cannot have 3 or 4 different sizes and wardrobes. You got it.
Wait, Tameika, girl, because I have a 3-bedroom house, and one of my bedrooms, it is just all full of shit I can't fit. and saying, well, I'm gonna get back.
That's that get back to. That's
Right.
that get back to room.
I'm trying to get back to in the stuff that, girl, you ain't wore this in 10 years. It ain't even in style no more. But it's just the point. I want to get back into it. But now from talking to you, I do think I probably I'm going to start with my bathroom, like you said. I'm going to give myself flack. I'm going to start with my bathroom, go in the cabinet and throw stuff away. Then I have 2 cabinets. One has a lot of the hair stuff. I'm going to go ahead and put something together, and I'm going to give it away. I'm gonna try to find somebody. I'm gonna do that this weekend, and then next week I'm gonna offer a big box of beautiful hair stuff to somebody.
Stay tuned. I have something. I'm waiting on a response, but I have something coming up where we can start getting rid of stuff. So I was hoping I would have had that before I came on your show, but I'll make sure that I'll call you or text you all the information for that. And then everybody else, please stay in tune to my page so I can have that information too. Because as we are decluttering, I know some of the places is like, okay, I got this stuff packed up, but I'm ready to let it go and get it out of my house. So while you are doing that, though, this is another great tip. Have 3 piles, and those 3 piles is what am I going to keep, what am I going to give away, and what am I going to trash, or what am I going to donate?
Can I have a pile of stuff I sell?
Yes. So we have apps like
some of these clothes.
Right, you got
a girl. It's a girl right now, a size 20, that's gonna love me because I got some stuff for her, and so
that's just how you do it. Right now, you can go live and you can do a virtual closet. You can model some of the stuff. You can put some of the stuff up and say, hey, this is it. This is that price. This is that price. You can do an auction. You can do Poshmark. You can do Facebook Marketplace. There is so many options right now that we are quarantined and we have the attention of everyone that you can go global with getting rid of your things.
Oh my God, Tameika. Yeah, and I think I have seen some people do the virtual, like a sale, go live and show their stuff. I'm doing it. I'm doing that.
Yep. And then give yourself a target of what you want to do with it. So when it don't go buy a whole lot of more shit though.
Because girl, but you know what? You're right.
Now if you done got rid of, a lot of stuff, you may be like, okay, let me get one blouse, but just don't go on another whole shopping spree again.
No, because I'm not. I'm getting rid of this stuff, and I love those homes that are just like contemporary and clean. The pretty shiny hardwood floors. They don't have a lot of extra stuff. Like I went to this one girl's place. It was so beautiful. When I say she had like a love seat and one like specialty chair, a beautiful painting, and maybe a lamp, and that was it. Maybe a little coffee table, but it looks high end and elegant. Then I go to somebody else's house. They got all kind of crazy chairs, love seat, the couch, and it's not to diss it, but I'm just saying sometimes less is more. And
less is more.
That's the kind of woman
for your mental.
Yeah, I want
to mental because, like you said, you go somewhere else and you just looking, you just like, ooh. Yeah. Your eyes you can't even enjoy being there, and that's what a lot of people are realizing now when they're at home now too. Like, I did not know I had all this stuff.
It's too much,
and then when it comes to the kids, it's like, wait a minute, y'all pulling out some more toys.
Right.
Where did all these toys come from?
And you know what? If my brother's still watching, you and your little bad kids need to get rid of some of those toys. My brother's kids have every toy ever made. They're the sweetest children. But I had always said me and the kids get together, clean out their toy closets, and then give them away to some children in need. Because some stuff my brother's kids have, they haven't even had a chance to really open and play with, and they've already outgrown it. So look at me trying to get somebody else's house together. I need to get my own house together. But I think about that with I wanted that to be an auntie project for me to do with the kids, like help them get their toy closet organized and get rid of stuff. So maybe once this is all over, I'll be a good auntie and give my sister-in-law and brother a break and we go over there and do it. But
are you the auntie that buys some of those toys though?
Now I don't. I'm not that.
Okay.
First of all, I'm broke half the time, so I don't buy the toys. I'm too much putting it into my entrepreneurship I'm the auntie that I'm finding scholarships, I'm finding programs, I'm
Okay.
always getting them involved in something.
Okay.
And it could be a bit much. Thank God I have a sister-in-law that she ain't never cursing me out yet. She just be like, okay, now what you done sign him up for this time? And she goes with it. She doesn't mind.
Okay.
But that's the kind of auntie I am. But I wish I would spoil them though and buy them a bunch of stuff. Maybe not the toys, but now that
what I suggest with parents that are decluttering their kids' things, and it does work. We set the tone for our kids, but you have to let them know, hey, let's do something else outside buying a whole lot of toys. Parents are going to buy stuff anyway because they like them, but let's trade less toys for more experiences. So when it comes to that, it's like, hey, like you said, I'm signing them up for things. So instead of going to buy a toy, you may say, hey, I'm going to pay for swimming lessons. I'm going to pay for a chess class, or I'm going to pay for a train ticket. I'm going to pay for summer camp. Because again, once they are starting to declutter, you don't want that clutter back, or you want your space back. You want to, you love that I have this space to do this, or I don't want all these toys because they're just being pulled out just because they're there. If you can, so parents need to understand that, and as well as adults, when you start decluttering your space, because I've been to a lot of houses that they have gotten bad body works, and they ain't used it. It's just nothing but a dust, but it's just there. And it's been there for 5 or 10 years. And I'm like, why you ain't tell your people you like this? Well, my daughter, she always buy me something. She's just so sweet. But you ain't telling you ain't telling you ain't like perfume. You ain't telling you ain't wearing this lotion. And so people don't understand it and they don't know, and they just see it on the dress and they like, oh yeah, it's up there, but it's so much dust on it. And then I'm seeing some people pack the stuff up in their closets. And I'm like, well, why you got that in the closet? And they like, well, I can't part with it because so-and-so gave this to me. And it's just my gift that they gave me and I feel bad.
Right.
And it's like, how are you going to feel bad about something that you really don't need or want? And then you need to tell the person. So we have to take constructive criticism or hear the hints when people tell us, I want money for my birthday. If it's $5 and you don't have, what you think a gift would supplement, just give the $5, because sometimes it'll go longer than giving somebody an actual tangible things, something to clutter their house up even more. So be mindful of that, especially when it comes to some people that have almost everything, don't buy nothing else because they buy everything that they need for their self. So those are people that you give gift cards to their favorite restaurant or experiences. Yeah, less things, more experiences.
That was wonderful. Before you go, because we got to wrap it up, but
okay.
Angela says, hey, Angela Webb. She went to Kenwood too. Hey, Angie.
Hey.
She said, how do you break the emotional connection from stuff when you're getting rid of clutter and there's some things like me at my parents' house. My mom has a lot of my stuff still there because it's things that she knows I'm emotionally connected to, but I ain't lived there in 15 years. So I know I'm doing
your storage place, huh?
Oh, my mama, yes, my parents got all my shit to the point where my parents, I think my mom even has a box for my college stuff. I went to college in 92. My old answering machine, crazy stuff. But even from Kenwood, I have my cheerleading uniform. I have my cheerleading Letterman's jacket, stuff like that. I do think it's worth me keeping. It is important. I would love to, if I had kids, maybe give it to them and let them have it. But some of this other stuff, like how do you disconnect from something that you are like? My favorite teddy bear from when I was 10. Should I still have it?
No, you should not still have that teddy bear. You should get a teddy bear a hug, and hopefully you don't, break out from the dust mites from it from all the years that you've held on to it. So when it comes to emotional attachment, some of the things and half of the things we know it's about time to get rid of it. It's just the point of, like how you said, it's convenient because it's at your mom's house. So actually, you have to ask yourself, if my mama was to tell me to come pick up all this stuff right now, would I come pick it up? And if I did pick it up, where am I going to put it? I've had people be like, you know what, mama gave me this box and I'm about to throw this box right away, out right away, right now. I don't even want it. I don't even know why she kept on to it. When it comes to having things that our loved ones had and we pass it down to them, that's when we will want to, understand what was it in our lives that we like this attachment, and how can we release it so it can help someone else. Because if we hold on to everything that is given to us, how are we going to be able to receive things? So it's the same thing as I'm getting spiritual here, but it's like if you don't have anything room for more new blessings, how are they going to come your way? So you have to make room. You have to clear the clutter. You have to clear the path, because when people do clear it, you feel lighter. Like, I've had people like, whoa, this room seems like, just, I don't know, it seems lighter or something. And that's what clutter does. It weighs you down mentally. It weighs you down physically, emotionally, and financially. So you have to remember, again, what is it that your things, how are they making you feel? How are they making your environment feel? And we have to learn to release those things so we can open up for new things and journeys to come into our life.
Wow. And what's so interesting is Monique, my first guest tonight, said the same thing, that you can't make room for the new if you hold on to the old. And it's so interesting. And I think that's a great place for us to end. If there anything that we learn from Tameika tonight and learn from our other guests, we started with that theme of making room, clearing room for the new. And now Tameika's saying the same thing, that even in our spaces in our homes, that we got to make space for what we really want, emotionally, physically, and in your house. So, wow, I thank you for that. How can people reach you? I got your information at the bottom. So for those of us that have realized we ain't going to get rid of the old grease on the stove, and we ain't going to get that closet together, and we're going to hold on to that. My brother has a teddy bear. We called him Bunny Hop. It was a Easter bunny we got. My brother is a grown police officer, and he still got two. He got Bunny Hop, and he has Cubby Bear, this little dog that my mom gave him. And Cubby Bear is at his home now with him and his kids. And
oh wow.
And girl, one of his ears missing. Cubby Bear looks a mess. But the toy is at least 42 years old, and he's kept it. He has his emotional connection. I get it. I'll let him slide with that. But for those of us that can't do it, what's the first step? How do we reach you? What do we do?
Okay, so I am helping clients now virtually. So you guys, if you are able to do things on your own and you just need a actual plan on how you want to do it, you can reach me through Facebook at Meika's Cleaning. You can reach me on the web at www.meikainc.com, and that's meikainc.com. Or you can reach me directly through text or phone at 773-619-2966. And my email is cleaning@meikainc.com. I'm on Instagram, I'm on LinkedIn, and I'm on Twitter. So all of those handles is Meika's Cleaning. Also, I want to tell you guys too that when you are decluttering, again, just keep in mind what you are trying to bring into your home. What type of emotions are you trying to have? And as we are in a shut-in right now, we are able to see everything. So take the time out to get things together. And I am here to support you. And I am here to make sure that we get our homes to be healthy, and we are to get our homes decluttered.
Ooh, Tameika, if you haven't, when all this is over, I mean, I guess you could do it virtually too. Maybe you should throw a vision board party that's just for people to put that dream house up, or if they already got the house they want, put up images of the cleanliness and the type of emotional connection and feeling they want to have to their house. That would be very interesting because you know, I don't think a lot of us think about that. Like, if I want my home and life to be a certain way, I've got to manifest that feeling in the way I take care of the inside. And yeah, you've inspired me. I want to, like I said, I had you come on because I've been wanting to get my house together and get my shit together. But now, just you simply even telling me to start with the bathroom and get rid of things that I haven't touched in years, it's time to let them go. Let it go. Let it go, y'all. And if you got a man that you ain't touched in years and he getting on your nerves, let him go. Let it all go.
Yes.
The clutter.
Yes.
Some of these men are clutter. Yes. I love it. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on. I hope you come back soon. We talk about some more stuff.
Yes. Let me know, Erica. I had a good time. And
thank you.
Cheers.
Yes. Let's toast and cheers to getting our shit together and having some clean houses. You really, girl, you took that to the head. I'm a lightweight. This little girl, I hardly drink.
Yes, I love tequila. Patron is my specialty drink.
Okay. All right, y'all contacted me.
Hey,
thank you.
It's Friday.
It's Friday. It's yes. And I think this was a perfect night. You know, I usually have more wild stuff on a Friday, but this whole idea of getting your stuff together, it's important. And people are ready to make some changes. And I this is great. This is great. So thank you. And we'll talk soon.
You're welcome.
Good night.
All right.
All right, y'all. Okay. Woo! It's been a long 2 hours. Y'all, I said this show was going to be an hour and 20 minutes, and that was it. And we got to talking and having a good time. I hope y'all enjoyed this. Leave me some comments. Let me know how you felt about the show. And if you're going to take any of these practices and ideas that they said and apply it to your life, I'd love to hear about it. And remember, if you want to win, let me put it up. The from Monique, her event she's got going on next Wednesday. Y'all see that there? She said me and 5 of my friends can come. We can come for free. You see that? It takes more than a vision board to manifest. It's Wednesday, 5/6 from 12 to 2 in the afternoon with Coach Mo. And if you want to win this, you already got the instructions, but I'm gonna give it again. You can go ahead if you're still watching. Those of y'all are tuned in. If you didn't enter yet, screenshot this picture right here, right now, with Mo on it. Screenshot this. Go ahead, do the screenshot. You got it? Good. Now that you screenshotted that, I want you to go ahead and share that screenshot on Facebook or Instagram or both of them, and hashtag Coach Mo and hashtag Nightcap with Erica. And I'm going to pick 5 people between Facebook and Instagram. I'm going to pick 5 people that will go for free with me to the event. You can either screenshot that picture that you just saw of Monique's stuff, or screenshot me and Mo doing our polls earlier during the first segment of the show. Either one of those, but just get it up. And you all have until Monday, May. Today is the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. Monday, May 4th. You have until that to get this show up. So if you watch the repeat tomorrow, which is Saturday or Sunday, you have until Monday evening. You got all day Monday, and then I'm gonna choose a winner. Okay. I love y'all. I hope you had a good time tonight. No matter what's going on in your life, I call the show "Get Your Shit Together" just to be funny. But if you're feeling low and you're feeling down and hopeless, make sure you reach out to Coach Mo. Or even if you're feeling good and energized and ready to make some changes and to move your life to the next level, reach out to Coach Mo. if it's time to get that resume together and get focused on getting a new position and changing your career, you got to reach out to LaTanya and Shar and make sure you reach out to them. Career Goddess Academy, careergoddessacademy.com, and then omgresumes.com. And then DeAnna Grant, the financial tax wizard. Wasn't she fabulous? Reach out to her, especially if you are a small business owner or entrepreneur or a Fortune 500 company. You want to bring her on for consulting, do that. And then we just ended with Tameika, who's helping us all get our spaces together. Now, I don't know about y'all. When this is all over, I'm definitely going to hire her to come in. I promise you that, to do a cleaning of my house, because I need a real, for real. My bathroom and kitchen especially. That old grease, honey. Need to get rid of that old grease I've been cooking on. All right. I love y'all. Come back tomorrow night and tell your friends, because it's going to be nasty. We're going to have a good ass time tomorrow. And shout out again to the Creative Click Cocktails. You can find them on IG. Also, Nick and Bella Jewelry. And yeah, I'll see y'all later. My friend told me that I had the hardest time getting off this show and saying goodbye to people. I just keep on talking and talking and talking. So I'm going to shut up. Hey, it's Erica from the South Side of the Chi, and I just completed the 2020 census. If you're not counted in, you'll be counted out. And I don't know about you, baby, but I want to be in, not out. What are you waiting for? Take the census. Go to 2020census.gov.